Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you back today for another reading. And first of all, I just want to wish you all a happy new year. I hope that all of you had a great time during the holidays, or if you're celebrating the holidays a bit later, then I'm wishing you happy holidays. I hope that this year all of your wishes and all of your dreams will come true, and I truly hope that this year will bring lots and lots of prosperity for all of us. Okay, so for today, I wanted to begin the year with a very interesting reading. We're going to be doing a reading about a letter from your future self, okay? So I think this is going to be a great reading to start off the new year. What does your future self want you to know? Okay, that's what we're going to be looking into today. We have 3 piles to choose from. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Feel free to choose any pile that you feel most drawn to, and then you can skip to the timestamps, which are in the description, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1. If you guys chose this pile, then this is going to be a reading on what does your future self want you to know, or a letter from your future self. Okay, pile number 1. So I do have a channeled message here for you today. By the way, you chose the moon card here. Okay, and I also channeled a little message or a little letter here from your future self from this card. So we're going to read that first, and then we're going to get into your tarot cards and oracle cards. Okay, so let's see what letter does your future self have for you today. Okay, so we've leveled up, dear me. Our beauty is one of a kind. I find that we're getting so much attention lately. People are approaching us constantly, and compliments have become a daily thing. Remember, we don't chase, we chase, we attract. I'm so sorry. Okay, so you can also read this for yourself here. So that's your channeled message or letter, pile number 1. And the energy that was getting here with you is that you are focusing more on your self-development, and your future self has become more confident, is what I was feeling. There was a huge level up in your appearance, is also what I was getting. Okay, I feel like you are becoming more and more attractive and more confident in yourself. And I felt that you were getting a lot of eyes from people in a really good way, right? Like, people are starting to find you more attractive, more approachable, is what I was also hearing. So I feel like you're gaining more attention. There was a level up in your appearance, and also your character, is what I was feeling here upon number 1. But let's take a look at your tarot cards, and we can get more information about what does your future self want you to know here. Okay, so you have the 7 of Swords. Yeah, see, it's like you're becoming more attractive, pile number 1, I feel like. Okay, I feel like there's going to be a level up in your appearance here. Yes, you also have the Magician. Wow, you have the Lovers. It's so interesting. Look at the contrast between these two pictures. You also have Justice. And for your last tarot card, you have the Ace of Cups. Wow, okay. Pile number 1, I really feel like your reading is about love today. And what I'm seeing here is that you might be you might have been stuck in a constant cycle of not, maybe you feel like you haven't had luck in love lately, or you're constantly coming across people who are not meeting your expectations, is what I'm getting here with the 7 of Swords, right? This could represent people who are maybe not maybe they're not looking for a long-term thing, or they're not very reliable. They might be a little bit immature, or again, they might be not very loyal, and things like that. But I feel like you guys are manifesting true love here, and I see that your future self has come into commitment with somebody who is very loyal, right? With somebody who is ready to commit. I feel like you might be undergoing a confusing period in your love life, is what I'm getting. But what the energy that I'm getting from your future self is that they have found true love, or they have found peace, is also what I'm hearing, because you do have the Ace of Cups. So I feel like your future self has um up their standards, is what I want to say, or they have found somebody who's meeting their standards. Okay, I feel like a lot of you are manifesting a loyal partner here, okay, or you're manifesting true love, you're manifesting your soulmate. And I see that your future self has come into commitment with that person again. I feel like you're going to be undergoing a transformation here in your appearance and your energy in general. Again, you had the energy you had here in your channeled message. Remember, we don't chase, we attract. So I feel like you guys are shifting your focus here and your energy, and you're gonna start getting in touch more with the feminine side of yours, is what I want to say, regardless of gender. But I feel like you're becoming more attractive, and you're kind of opening and expanding your energy. And I feel like you will be attracting very loyal people in your life. You will be attracting people who are ready to commit, who are more stable in their life. I feel like you guys are moving on from these relationships or connections that were kind of immature, and they were more of like a fling. They weren't stable, right? They weren't committed relationships and connections. I feel like you guys are moving from that disloyalty, and you're manifesting a partner who is going to be more loyal and ready to commit to you. This doesn't mean that they're gonna commit to you forever, if that's not what you're looking for. But I just see you coming across more people who are going to be more mature, right? They're going to be more committed to you and more fair, right? I see things balancing themselves out. And most importantly, this person is going to offer you, right, a lot of love. They might be somebody who, right, they will shower you with a lot of gifts. We have a lot of flowers here. I feel like they will be paying a lot of attention to you. And again, they will be giving you a lot of gifts, constantly giving you compliments. You also had that in your channeled message. But I feel like you're becoming loved. Your future self wants you to know that you have come across somebody who is worthy of your time, who respects you, and um, who looks after you, is what I want to say here, right? They're very giving, they're very loyal, very kind. But let's take a look at your oracle cards here, and we can get more information about this person maybe. Okay, you have meadow and vulnerability. And you also have a lake with stillness. Okay, I feel like there is going to be, I am definitely sensing that this is around your love life, pile number one. That's the main energy that I'm getting here, and I feel like this reading here is about love. I feel like there is going to be more peace, and I'm hearing more innocence coming into your love life. If you're not resonating with love, this could also just mean in general with the connections. If you're like in your life, if before you were coming across very maybe judgmental, is what I'm hearing, people, or people who didn't have the best intentions, who were again not so mature. I feel like you're coming across more mature people in your life, people who are more stable, who are more they don't talk behind people's back, they're loyal, they're always here for you, right? And I feel like you're coming across more innocent energy in your relationships in general. There's going to be more peace in the area of your relationships. Again, I'm getting this is mostly about love for most of you, because I do feel like a lot of you are manifesting true love, and your future self wants you to know that they have found that, right? Or they're very close to that, because we did see in your channeled message there was the energy that you're getting more attraction, right? Because I feel like there is a level up in your appearance here, okay? But I feel like there is going to be more peace, right? More innocence, that childlike energy in your love life. It's gonna feel I'm getting the feeling of like butterflies in your stomach. Like that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. So just expect to have that innocence in your love life, okay? That's what I'm getting here. You also have, wow, look at this. You have let love be your beacon. So I feel like you're coming across true love, or your soulmate, or somebody who will respect you, who will nourish you, who will nurture you is what I'm getting, okay? You're really coming across your dream partner is what I'm getting, okay? Somebody who you have been manifesting. It's like that energy, like you might be like, you might have written down in your journal, like, this is exactly what I'm looking for in my partner. And I feel like your future self has met that person, the exact person that you guys want, right? I feel like you guys have been really like disappointed in the past. Not disappointed, but maybe just like, well, I guess, yeah, maybe you have been disappointed, right? Because you find that the people you have met in the past have been so immature and so, like, they're just not reliable, is what I'm getting. So I feel like you're stepping into the energy of meeting more reliable people, meeting more stable people, is what I'm getting here. And you also have, wow, you have maintained your childlike spirits. I feel like things are gonna become just more fun, more innocent in your love life. Like, there's gonna be that energy of vulnerability, right? Like, I feel like you're gonna meet a person who you can allow yourself to be vulnerable around. You also have the Ace of Cups, so it's like you won't have to hide your emotions around this person and pretend around this person. I feel like you're gonna be able to express your true self around this person, and they're gonna appreciate that. They're gonna like that. Okay, that's the energy that I'm getting here. For your next card, you guys have received healing here. Beautiful. Okay, I feel like you're healing your heart. Your love life is being healed, is what I'm hearing. And you also have acceptance. Wow, this is so beautiful. Again, we can see this fairy here. She's riding the waves and everything looks so magical, right? I feel like a lot of you are, your future self has been healed from these past disappointments that you guys had within your relationships, because I am getting the energy that somebody was being mischievous with you, or wasn't so upfront with you. Maybe they were hiding something or lying to you, okay? I feel like you guys, your future self has healed from that, okay? They have accepted it and they have healed from it, and they have learned from it, and now they have the right person for themselves, the person that they have always wanted. And notice that you do have justice here, so just know that I feel like you're getting your good karma from being maybe lied to or cheated to, right? Some of you, I am getting the energy that you might have been also cheated to. So just know that you're getting your justice for that. Know that you're getting your justice for all the people who have been, mischievous towards you, is what I'm getting, okay? I feel like you will be getting your justice, and you're finally meeting somebody who is loyal, who is reliable, is what I'm getting here, okay? For your next card, you guys have Sacred Soul Sister. Look at that. So you are coming into sacred union with someone. Again, this could, the lovers could also represent marriage, but that could be for a very small percentage of you. But in general, I feel like you are coming into commitment with somebody here. So, it's like a sacred union, right? You do have Sacred Soul Sisters, so it's somebody who is meant for you, is what I'm hearing, okay? It's very sacred. It's a soul, it's a connection on a soul energy level, a soul level, okay? That's what I want to say here. So just expect, like, your future self has already met this person, and they have already come into commitment with this person. And I feel like if you're currently going through the energy of being disappointed by people in your life, again, I feel like for most of you this is going to be on the level of love, but if it's just in your relationships in general, expect to meet more people who will be the right people for you, who will be loyal to you, okay? For your last two cards here, you have Morning Dew Girl. So look at that. You are transforming yourself. And I feel like there is a big level up in your appearance, pile number one. I feel like you will be investing more in your appearance, in taking better care of yourself. And, it all starts mentally, and then that will also transform physically, right? It all starts in the mind, and then it manifests into your reality. So I see you maybe starting to speak better about yourself, so you're like you wake up every morning and you say to yourself, oh, I'm so confident, I'm so beautiful, right? And that slowly and gradually it will manifest into your reality. You know, it might show into signs of like you might notice that your posture is getting better, or you're speaking with more confidence, right? And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here with you, pile number one. For your last card, you have my home is my castle. So I feel like for you, pile number one, again, you are, your future self wants you to know that they have they have it, okay? They have built something, or their life is more stable is what I'm getting, okay? Your future self has come into more stability here, and I feel like you're going from this little house to this big castle here. So there's a big transformation happening within you. I feel like this is mainly around your character and about your appearance, and you're becoming more attractive, pile number one. I feel like you will be gaining, like your future self is already gaining so much attention, and it's the right people. It's the people that you desire and the people that you want to meet, right? But that's what I have here for you, pile number one. I hope that this reading resonated for you. If it didn't, please leave a like and a comment, and I hope to see you guys in my next reading. Bye guys. Hello my beautiful pile number two. If you guys chose this pile, then this is going to be your reading on the letter of your future self, okay? What kind of message does your future self want you to know today? So we're going to begin here first with your channeled message that I channeled before I started recording the reading today, and I channeled this messages from the card that you chose, which you chose the World card here, okay? So let's see what your channeled message is first, and then we're going to take a look at your tarot cards and oracle cards, and we can get more of an in-depth message here, okay? So let's read your channeled message, pile number two. So you have here, stay strong, dear me. It's almost over. I'm here to tell you. I've opened a new chapter for us. I moved on to a better place, and we're now free. We are free from that toxic environment. Our new life begins today. We're worthy of positive change. Okay, pile number two, I'm going to let you read this for yourself if you need to. Sorry. So that's your channeled message that I got there for you. And the energy that I was getting from your card here while I was channeling is that you guys are transitioning from winter to spring. Okay, that's what I was feeling for you. I feel like you're ready to kind of turn the next chapter of your life, right? And to step into more positivity. Okay, I feel like you are accepting. First of all, it all starts by you accepting that you're ready for this positive change, and then it will be you taking action towards it. Okay, so that's what I was getting here from your energy. Let's take a look at your tarot cards and we can get more information of where is your future self at the point where they gave you this message. Okay, how does their life look like? Wow, look at this. You have the Hanged Man here. Again, look at this. Things are transitioning from winter to spring, right? The snow is slowly starting to melt. Wow, that's so beautiful. So I feel like you're getting, again, you're stepping into more freedom. If before you felt like this, like you were tied down to something and there was just ice and snow everywhere, you weren't able to escape. I feel like the sun is coming in to, right, melt the snow, and it will be a lot easier for you to move on, right? Wow, look at this. You have the Princess of Cups. So you're definitely transitioning from this winter to the spring. That is so crazy. I did not look at your cards, I swear, okay? But I'm so like, I'm so happy for you, pile number two. So you're definitely moving on to from winter to spring. Wow, look at this. You have the Death card as well. So you're deciding to put an end to something, okay? You have the Three of Cups. Wow, I love your cards. These cards are so beautiful and they're aligned so perfectly. I will get into eight in a second. And also the Eight of Cups. So again, wow, I love your energy, pile number two. And I love how your cards just resonate today, okay? I did not look at them before I started your reading, but we can see here that your future self, right? They have moved on from this winter snow weather to this beautiful spring energy, okay? And you have decided to put an end to something, right? You have here the death card, and then we can see here on this card there is a birth happening on this bird, right? This birth, it's coming out of its shell. So I do feel like you are going through a rebirth moment here. And you also have the Eight of Cups. I do see you leaving something behind here, pile number 2, okay? So the message that your future self has for you is that they have moved on from this stagnation or this toxic behavior, right? Or this toxic environment. For everybody is going to be different, but I just feel like right now your current energy might feel a little bit stagnant. You might be in a toxic environment, you might be in a toxic relationship, right? You might have some toxic behaviors or toxic addictions, or in general your life feels a little bit confusing. It might feel a little bit stuck, but I do see that your future self has transitioned into the spring energy, okay? And you know, spring comes right after winter, so this is not gonna take a long time, right? It's the next transition that you're making. There won't be anything in between is what I'm hearing. But I do see that you guys are putting an end to something, right? And then there's freedom. There is the rebirth happening. That's freedom, right? You know, we have a bird here, and birds represent freedom, okay? So I do see you deciding to leave something or move on from something, and I feel like your future self is already in this energy, right? When they're smelling the roses, they're smelling the flowers, life is just more enjoyable. And again, we have the birds here that represent freedom. So I feel like your future self is free here. That's what they want you to know, that they have moved on, right? They have closed this chapter. I'm still like so astonished by how that message resonated with your cards. And they have moved on to something better, okay? They have started a new life from them for yourself. I mean, literally. And there is a rebirth taking place for you here, pile number 2. But let's take a look at your oracle cards and we can get more information here. Okay, you have love and compassion. So again, I feel like there's going to be more love into your life, and more support is also what I want to say. I feel like your future self is at a point where they feel supported, they feel loved, they don't feel, I'm hearing they are not crying every day, and they're not stressing every day. They're enjoying life more, right? They're stopping to smell the roses. Life is just in general more beautiful for them. And you also have whale with breach. So again, your future self has made a big move, right? You also have that in your channeled message. Your future self has decided to leave behind something that just was not good for you. Simple. Okay, pile number 2. And they have made a big move. Okay, they really turned a new chapter here. And I see that your future self is in a much more compassionate, supportive environment. And for everybody, this is going to be different, right? It can be that you are moving into your new home, right? Your new apartment. You're deciding to become more independent. It could be that you are moving into a different country. You might be transitioning to a new job, right? For everybody, this is going to mean something different. But again, the energy is that your future self is now at a much more loving and supportive and compassionate environment, okay? For your next card, you have gratitude and appreciation. So look at this. You're feeling more grateful. Your future self is feeling more grateful and appreciative. Look at how beautiful your environment has become, pile number 2. You're truly moving towards more happiness is what I want to say. So have hope, right? You also have laughter. Look at this. And I just said, oh my God, I love your cards today. I just said that your future self is not crying anymore, right? They're laughing, they're smiling, and again, your environment has become just so great. I feel like you're surrounded by people who are making you smile, people who are making you laugh. You are feeling more supported, right? Just overall, the nature around you, the environment around you is great, is amazing, is making you smile, is making you laugh, pile number 2, okay? So just expect that. And I feel like you are very close to getting to this energy, okay? Maybe this is going to happen around springtime for you if you're watching this, okay? If you're watching this right now, this transition might take place around springtime. or springtime might be very significant for a lot of you, right? When the snow starts to melt, that's when this change might start happening for you. But in general, the energy is you're moving from winter to spring. For your next card, you have unconditional love. Look at that. And you have love again. You have it twice. So I feel like your future self is again, they're at a much more loving and supportive environment. If some of you are dealing with a toxic household environment, maybe a toxic job, um, overall you feel like you're surrounded by toxic people, just know that your future self has decided to put an end to that, right? And they've decided to begin fresh, begin new, is what I'm hearing. You also have hydrate. So again, I feel like your environment, right? Again, it's about your environment. Look at this woman here is touching the water. She's touching her environment. And we have your hydrate. And we all know that like water is just so nurturing for the body, right? We're mostly made out of water, so we cannot live without water. And what I'm picking up here, I always associate water with nurture. Again, I feel like your environment has become more nurturing. It has become more peaceful. It's an environment filled with love and with compassion. I keep getting that message, and I hope that this resonates with you, pile number 2, because I really feel like you are transitioning from, again, the feeling of being stuck to the feeling of being free. You're definitely free, okay, here? That's what I'm getting. For your next card, you have Hand of Fatima. I hope that's how you pronounce this. Again, I feel like this is you and you're reaching, this is your future self here. You're coming into contact with them. Look at that. So they're very much present in the reading today. Again, your future self wants to tell you that you have the help and the support that you need right now, and they're much happier. Again, they're laughing, they're smiling every day. There's no more crying and stressing and feeling stuck. I feel like your future self is free here, pile number 2. Let's take a look at your last 2 cards here. You have Pure Nature. Wow, look at this. You're becoming more confident. I feel like, this kind of change, it always starts with us deciding that we're worthy for more. And wow, I did say that in your channeled message as well, right? You have here, our new life begins today. We are worthy of positive change. So again, I feel like it all begins when you accept that you are worthy of this positive change. I overall feel like there will be a huge change in your life, and it will be more positive, right? It will be more bright. I feel like there's a brighter future ahead of you, pile number 2, but it all starts with you today deciding that you are worthy of this change. And you have the number 33, which again, you have here the number 13 with a death card. Again, that could represent that rebirth again, right? But that was clear in your cards because you do have the death card and then the birth of the bird, right? The 3 of Cups. And for your last card, you have, look at this, the perfect key. Wow, I love this. So I do, wow, so many birds in your reading and the cage here with the key. So again, it represents freedom. This is the card of freedom, pile number 2. I feel like for most of you, this is going to be around your home. I feel like you might not be just happy where you are currently in your environment. When I say environment, I usually mean, our surroundings, our home, the people in our life. I feel like your future self has found an environment that resonates more with them, and that they're much happier there, and they have begun again a new chapter for themselves towards more happiness and more compassion, more love. So I really see you moving on from maybe these people who are trying to guilt trip you. Okay, I see that you might be dealing here, for some of you might be dealing with people who are very manipulative and they're trying to guilt trip you into staying, right? But I feel like you're coming to the point where it's like, enough is enough. I need to leave and I need to make this for myself, okay? So that's the energy that I'm getting here for you, pile number 2. I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it didn't, please leave a like and a comment, and I hope to see you guys in my next reading. Bye guys. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you guys chose this pile, then this is going to be your reading on your letter from your future self. Okay, pile number 3. So you chose here the Six of Wands, and we also have a channeled message for you today. This is kind of the letter from your future self. And I channeled these messages before I started recording your reading today from the energy of the card that you chose, okay? And you chose the Six of Wands, by the way. So let's take a look at your channeled message first, and then we're going to take a look at your tarot cards and oracle cards, and we'll get more of an in-depth message here for you. But let's see, what does your channel message say? It's a little bit hard to open. Okay, let's see. So you have here today, look at us, we did it. We finally made it. So funny how the same people that wanted us to give up are now congratulating us on our success and determination. Don't you dare ever give up on this. It's our destiny, our purpose. We are celebrated. Wow, pile number 3. I really loved your energy. I feel like while I was channeling, your message came in like the strongest, okay? So what I was getting here from your energy while I was channeling your message is that your future self has achieved a really big dream of yours currently, a really big desire, right? They have stepped into their destiny. And this is big success because they, the Six of Wands is about success and victory. So I feel like you have achieved the top. It's not just like a small level up that you're on the way to achieve it, but the future self that was contacting you today was the person that has already achieved like the top level, okay? They have achieved a lot, and they wanted to come through today to tell you to never ever give up on the desire that you currently have, because your future self has already become so successful at it, okay? That's the energy that I was getting here with you. But let's take a look at your tarot cards, and we can get more information here on what message does your future self have for you. Okay, you have here the Nine of Swords. You have the Two of Swords. Wow, beautiful. Look at this, the Chariot. Okay, the Queen of Swords. Wow, I love your message, and your future self is coming in really I feel their energy is very strict, it's very disciplined, so they're coming in today with a very strong message, okay? And you also have the Two of Wands. Okay, wow. I want to say that your future self is coming in today to kick your butt a little bit, okay? Not in a bad way, but let's take a look at your message here, and I will tell you. So you have the Nine of Swords, right? Which the Nine of Swords can represent a lot of our fears, is what I feel like, but they're mostly illusions. They're not real. And we can see this woman is running away from these swords here, which means they're running away from these fears, right? And your future self is telling you, run as fast as you can, okay? Run as fast as you can from these fears, and the faster you run away from them, the faster you will get to who you have become, right? To your future self, because all of these fears are just illusions. They're not real. They might come from people telling you. Your future self wants you to know to just ignore everything that around the people around you are telling you, right? Because I feel like you might be dealing with people who are like, oh, you're never gonna do this, oh, maybe be more realistic, oh, maybe focus on this, it's more likely to work, or just be more realistic, you can't do this, blah blah blah. I feel like you are surrounded by people like that, and your future self is telling you, run as fast as you can, okay? Just go, just ignore, just move on, okay? Because you do have the Chariot here. Your future self is one to tell you to don't even stop for a second. Like, they were really like strict in your channeled message. I did sense that energy, and you do have the Queen of Swords here. They said, don't you dare ever give up on this, right? It's our destiny, it's our purpose, we are celebrated. So again, they're saying, don't even think for a second, don't even try to believe for a second of all of these essentially lies that people are trying to tell you, or you might be telling them yourself, right? You really need to fight through these thoughts and just run as fast as you can, because the faster you realize this and the faster you get on the move, the faster you will get to where you're planning to. Look at how big this bean here is, right? It's massive, right? And I feel like that's exactly what's happening for you. It's like I feel like you might be again having a lot of limiting beliefs maybe, or people are trying to convince you into something, and your future self wants to tell you to don't believe them even for a second, because what you want, look how big it can grow, right? These are your plans and look at how big they are, right? Your future self wants to tell you to just go. Just ignore what everybody else is saying, and don't let them fool you even for a second, is what I'm hearing here. So they're coming in very strong today, pile number 3. But let's take a look at your oracle cards and we can get more information here. Wow, you have new moon with promise. I love this for you. I love all of the messages today. And you have rainbows, sorry, with blessings. So do we need to say more? Pile number 3, okay? You have here new moon with promise. The thing that you have promised yourself, I feel like you have promised yourself that you will do something. Just know that your future self has that already, okay? They are living currently in the promise that you have promised yourself. Maybe you have recently promised yourself something, or it has been a promise that you have kept for a long time. Your future self is currently living in that promise, okay? Your future self is on the other side. They are where the rainbow is. They are where the blessings are, right? So just keep moving forward. And again, don't even doubt yourself for a second. Pile number 3, because everybody, again, you had that in your channeled message. Like, you might be having people who are trying to convince you that you need to be more realistic. And your future self is telling you, don't even listen for a second. Don't even listen to a second to that, because it's not true. It's a lie. It's a illusion. Again, run as fast as you can from those thoughts, because you don't want to get yourself believing in those things, because that will just extend the waiting period, is what I want to say. The faster you move on from these thoughts, the faster you will get to your goal, okay? You need to be really disciplined here. And if you don't want to listen to something, if you don't want to hear, just cut it out, okay? That's what your future self is urging you here to do. You also have be spontaneous, okay? You have fresh approach. And you also got one more card from this deck here. You have, wow, you have breakthrough. Oh my god, I love all of the piles today. And the cards are just so resonating with the channeled message, okay? So your future self is at the breakthrough, right? Your future self is already living in the promise, in the breakthrough. And what they're encouraging you to do here is to, again, you have your be spontaneous and fresh approach. I feel like they're encouraging you to be more playful, but also to be disciplined, right? But they're saying to expand your creativity is what I'm hearing, expand your mindset, but still be determined, still be disciplined, right? Being more playful and more spontaneous, it doesn't mean not having the discipline or having the determination. It just means to see the world more colorful, is what I'm hearing, or just expand yourself to multiple ways of doing something, is also what I'm hearing again. They want you to have more fun. Maybe if you have been struggling with something, maybe try a different approach to something, right? Take a bit of a break and have a little fun, because that will inspire you. Having fun inspires us, okay? Pile number 3. So your future self is encouraging you, sorry, to be more playful, to have more fun, because that will inspire you and it will help you get a fresher approach towards something, okay? But that does not mean for you to not be disciplined and to not be determined towards something, okay? For your next card, you have here intention. And you also have transform. Wow. Wow, I love this. Okay. So I feel like this is you right now. And this is your, right? This is that promise that you made yourself, or this is your intention, right? We have intention here. This is your dream, your plans. Your future self is encouraging you to move towards those dreams, towards those plans, because it's your destiny, it's your purpose, right? We had that in your channeled message. And your future self, I feel like I'm hearing that you're currently moving towards your intention. So just keep going, because again, your future self is already living in the success. They're already living in the future, and they're currently living in the promise, in this dream of yours. So they're encouraging you today to move forward with your intentions, right? Because they are currently living in the breakthrough. That's the message that your future self wants to tell you today. You also have your star mother. I'm not going to try to pronounce this because I don't want to get it wrong. But again, we have here the universe, and I feel like this resembles like a wish, a dream of yours, right? I feel like your future self has already achieved that. They're already, living in the breakthrough, living in the success, in the victory, right? They're being celebrated. Look at this. You have become so successful and known, right? And there's just so many people congratulating you on this success. I feel like your future self, the future self that's contacting you today, is from the person who has reached the success. Okay, let's take a look at your last two cards here. You have new directions. Okay, and for your last card, wow, look at this, you have bloom. This is exactly your future self. Okay, they have made it, they have achieved great success. Pile number 3. And just know that you're on the way, right? Here we have intention and new directions, and also the dandelion, it represents your wish. We usually, we can take a dandelion and make a wish and we blow in it, right? So I feel like your future self is living in the wish fulfilled, right? They're coming in from the future to tell you that yes, you have achieved your wish. You are living in your wish, okay? And they want you to encourage you today to move forward with your intention, move forward with your plans, be strong, be dedicated, have discipline, work hard, because don't let these fears or lies get into the way. Again, run as fast as possible from them, okay? Because I really see that you are extremely disciplined and you're extremely determined to make something happen, and your future self is coming in to tell you again to never give up on this dream, because it's your destiny, it's your purpose. Pile number 3. Okay, beautiful message here for you today. I hope that this resonated with you. If it didn't, please leave a like and a comment, and I hope to see you guys in my next reading. Bye guys.